1978 Italian UFO Flap by Charles Lear. In last week's blog, we looked at the National Investigations Committee on Aerial Phenomena 1978 UFO chronology and noted that there seemed to be a large number of humanoid reports, where the creatures were said to be wearing silvery spacesuits and helmets with antennas. Towards the end of the chronology, in December, a flap seemed to be emerging in Italy, and we broke off to devote this week's blog to that. Out of the 27 cases in Italy listed that year, 19 of which were in December, more than one involved car failure. There is a case from Giulianova, Italy, dated December 1st, 1978, where a car's entire electrical system is reported to have failed in the presence of a 1.5 meter diameter, luminous orange and green saucer-shaped UFO overhead. It is said to have functioned normally after the UFO flew off. A case dated December 8, 1978, from Porto Grande, Italy, involved a report by 3 policemen of a domed object with 4 windows that hovered over a roadway and emitted rays of light, and then shot off as they put their spotlight on it. A case that was quite similar, dated December 9th, from Reggio di Calabria, Sicily, involved policemen putting a spotlight on a multicolored object with intermittent flashing lights, whereupon it reportedly shone a beam down onto their car. According to the account, when the spotlight was turned off, the beam went out. A policeman in Avellino is reported to have taken a photo on December 11th of a round, possibly disc-shaped object that was directing an intense beam of energy at the ground. The photo is described as showing a black dot on white background. That night, at 10 p.m., a taxi is reported to have been forced to stop by 2 luminous globes blocking the road. Its engine is said to have died, and 2 humanoids are described as floating as they glided across the ground. On December 12th, along with a report from Marzocca of a beam from a UFO causing a car's tape player to malfunction and UFOs over Messina, there is a report near Navelli of Alfonso Marinelli seeing 2 lights approach him after his car engine died, and seeing that they were strapped to the chests of 2 humanoids that were wearing luminous suits and huge oval-shaped helmets with black visors. They are said to have lifted off the ground to a height of 90 centimeters, flown over the car, and moved off until they were no longer seen. Marinelli was reportedly able to start his car and drive off. December 13th, report of 2 witnesses seeing a luminous mass come close to the ground and then take off towards Puglia. Shortly after, 2 soldiers on guard duty at Brindisi Air Force Base are said to have seen a UFO with pulsating lights hovering near them and a strange being shoot up from the ground into the sky as the object was leaving. December 15th, a truck driver stopped in Ragusa to fix his malfunctioning radio and reportedly saw 2 tall humanoids wearing tight-fitting black coveralls and helmets with antenna-like things and faceplates through which human faces could be seen. According to the report, 2 beams of light came from the helmets that lit up the cab. The creatures came forward, uttering unintelligible sounds, then turned and left. A dome-shaped craft was seen taking off with a bright flash, and a strong sulfur smell is said to have been present. That same day, 2 boys are reported to have been playing in a yard in Calabria, Sicily, when the sky got dark, and a large disc-shaped craft hovered over a nearby TV antenna, tilted, and emitted multicolored rays of light. A bright beam of light reportedly came out of an opening in the center, and said to be descending within it was a 1.5 meter tall creature described as ugly, with 2 big eyes and an antenna-like thing on its head. Another creature is also said to have descended in the same manner, shot a laser-type gun at a rock, making it explode, touched the ground, and poured black liquid on it. Ground traces were reportedly found. December 16th, Francavilla, a college girl, reportedly saw an oval UFO in a white mist with a red and green pulsating light at each end. According to the account, it descended to the surface of the sea, which it lit up with a bright white light. She then saw 2 figures in the garden next to her apartment with large squarish heads and large feet, and wearing dark gray tight-fitting uniforms. Moving off in a slow limping motion, they went around a corner, and the light on the water disappeared just after. December 19th, Montebello di Bertona. Report of cylindrical space capsule with rotating lights landing and taking off. December 20th, Sorrento. 3 witnesses reported to have seen a huge sphere that made an odd noise like radio static and vanished. December 25th, Sicagna, Liguria. Report of an oddly shaped 3-meter-long UFO with what looked like iron claws on one end. It is said to have fired a beam of light, then shot off to the south. December 28th, Santa Tecla. Report of a power plant generator stopping for 5 minutes and instruments going haywire after several technicians saw a luminous object with a red halo hovering several hundred meters above. December 28th, Marzano di Torriglia. A security guard, Fortunato Zanfretta, was reportedly out on patrol when he yelled over his radio that his car was speeding down a mountain road on its own. He is said to have gotten out after the car stopped to investigate a strange light in the sky. According to the account, he was found later lying incoherent next to his car, with his pistol having been fired 6 times. It is reported that giant footprints were found at the site and that Zanfretta recalled under hypnosis being taken aboard a craft and examined by giant humanoids. December 31st, Posada. Report of a 3-meter diameter glowing sphere over a marsh with dark triangular spots that moved back and forth on the surface of the object. As indicated by the chronology, 1978 was a busy year full of humanoid reports, especially in Italy, and for some reason, spacesuits, helmets, and antennas show up in the descriptions repeatedly. The case involving Zanfretta is quite remarkable and deserves a blog of its own, so, next week, the Zanfretta case. Charles Lear is the author of The Flying Saucer Investigators, available in its 2nd edition at Amazon.com.